Why hello there friends, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're going to be unboxing my first ever new crawler, my first ever brushless crawler, and my first ever 18th scale. We have got ourselves a Venture 18 CC comp crawler. I could not be more excited. Like I said, I've never had a new one before, so getting into this really feels like it's actually something of my own, and if you've taken a peek at me trying to build my own builds, it hasn't gone well. So, made the decision to just grab a new one. That way I am 100% certain that every change I make is the change that I made, and I'll be able to learn a lot more going forward. For now though, let's go ahead and bust into this thing. I could not be more excited to go try this out. Styrofoam on top. Okay, we've got ourselves liveries that come with, charging cable, a couple tools. Awesome. I'm really not caring about that right now because that is in there. Oh man. That is cool. Body I am absolutely in love with. Looks like it's going to have a lot more capability of clearing the fenders than the Jeep that I use regularly right now. Let's pull this out of here. Oh man. So oil-filled shocks. It has a transmission that you can disengage to dig. Tons of very cool features, and I have no clue how to use a single one of them. Let's go ahead and go deeper down into the box here and get our controller out. Looks like that's the last piece. Ooh, that is a good size and a good look. Really nice in the hand. Very, very cool. I'm digging that. That's going to be a lot easier to film and drive with. Looks like one-handed driving is still a pretty good option. All right. Well, now we can start to get this thing ready to run. I want to see what the flex looks like on this. All right, first test. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is impressive. So all my rigs have just had up and down ladder style suspension. Nothing where it's been angled back into the chassis and given it that ability. Holy crap. Oh, and you can feel how smooth everything is with the oil. Wow. All right, let's go ahead, see if this battery needs to get charged up, and then give her first run. Like I said, my first time trying out a brushless motor. There would also seem to be much commotion going on with the box over here. How's everybody doing? You enjoying this? Yeah? Yeah? Alright. Now, I've got our charger out. I am 100% uncertain as to how we're gonna go ahead and detach the body from the top. I'm not seeing any pins or anything. That's just a light piece of plastic. So I'm definitely missing something. Let's go ahead and figure out what that something is. Oh, I see. There's a little tiny key back here. Like that. Boom. Oh, we did it. Okay, so 2 screws and a little clip pin in the back gives us a view down into the chassis. Holy crap, there is a lot going on here. This is a lot more than an SCX24 has under the hood. So, battery is right here. It looks like our charging cable just goes right like that. That's easy enough. I'm gonna go ahead and get this charged up. That'll be the first of our worries. Then we'll throw some batteries in the controller and see what the next problem along the ladder is going to be. Wow, look at this. That is just too cool. And the suspension and travel is just amazing. Wow. We are charging. Let's see about this. I'm going to need 2 more. Boom. Cool. Well, that should be ready to rock. Is this like a flip-up panel? Oh, wow. That's got a ton more going on too. I have got a lot to learn. Okay, that has batteries. This has charge. These two get connected. Boom. Okay. Let's see now if we turn this on. Is it gonna auto hook? I think it just hooked up. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Oh man, that is way too fast. But we have a running and driving car. Let's go ahead and pop the body back on, and then I'm gonna try and learn how to do all the stuff that this can do. I'm not sure what that is, but I figured out what this button does. You can hear that second little servo in there. Disconnecting, or is that reconnecting? That's disconnecting, so you can do a front dig. That is so cool. And now we have all-wheel drive again. Oh my gosh. I gotta figure out how to turn the power down, because that's way, way too much. It'll absolutely do a spinning burnout right now and flip itself over. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, this is too freaking cool. So I'm assuming throttle trim. Let's go ahead and take that way down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Other way maybe? Oh, no, this is just the trim in the middle. Okay. Throttle D. Oh God, Jesus Christ, dropped it already. Okay, all right, maybe I should do this part on the ground. So I'm assuming this other throttle DR is probably gonna do, oop, we got different beeps now. That's still really fast, so let's take this down. Oh my gosh, no freaking way. I'm assuming that's the sound of the brushless motor, that little ticking. If it's not, somebody let me know. Let's go full throttle. Oh gosh. Oh, I could not be more excited to get this thing outside. Well, we've got the throttle trimmed up, steering's already good. We know how to use the rear lock, and now we are back in all-wheel drive. Wow. That speed control is insane. That is going to make editing in sounds so much easier. Wow. All right, it's time to go outside. This is a big moment. The first time the tires are touching dirt. I can't get over how slow this can move. That is just absolute insanity. Looks like I didn't have all-wheel drive turned on, but now we do. Man. I'm really at a loss for words here. This is just absolutely too cool. I want to try and send it up something actually difficult. Let's go ahead and go up that straight face right over there. Wow, the precision. You can do so much more. You're not just sitting there bumping the throttle forward to see if the next move worked. And actually being able to position the wheels where I want. Let's see what happens if we go left. We are up on the undercarriage here. I don't think we're getting off of it, so let me come back down. Oh man, the reverse. This is completely different. Like if you're only on a brushed motor and you switch to this, it's not even the same hobby here. Oh my gosh, you can see the action of all the suspension. Wow. And it just walks right on up. Let's see what else we can get into. With the brushed motor, I was really having to just jump up these. So I'm gonna give this a little bit of speed here, and let's just see what happens if we can just walk right up over it. Yeah. Yep, that is wow. Oh my gosh. I'm at a loss for words here. This is absolutely ridiculous. The speed that I can do all this at. Onto the flexing stump. We're just gonna go for the gnarliest angle right off the bat. Right about there. And it just walks. Guys, the body is barely even off-centered. This is ridiculous. And I can walk it around, get the back tire up on there. And it just spiders over it. Jeez. Now, I actually have a few safety rocks over here that I put in for my other vehicles that just absolutely could not make it over those points. We're gonna go ahead and take the safety rocks out and see what it's like crawling over here. Now we have ourselves a massive pit right in the middle, and I think that's gonna create some actual difficulty for this little unit. Let's give it a try. We're gonna start here. Just kind of work our way straight across. All-wheel drive's locked up. Man. Gonna actually put a little bit of speed here because I know we're just gonna walk right up this. The right tire is gonna drop in and then bring us right back up. Now this is sketchy. What are we gonna do here? I'm gonna have to drop the right tire in so we can get onto this rock. And now left tire is gonna need to come down in a pretty big manner. Wow. That level of control on a descent is just a different game. A little bit of a drop there. Okay, I'm going to try and get that left wheel dropped down in as far as we can. We are maybe two-wheeling, possibly three-wheeling right now. Oh, man. Okay. Turning the wheel. There we go. We are down in there. Front left is touching the ground. This is a gnarly scenario. Okay, right there, we are 2 wheels off. Oh my gosh, that's cool. Okay, keep it moving down in. Now we want this front left to hook and pull up. And it looks like it's doing that. We've got some resistance here. Doesn't like that. Okay. Okay, let's bring it back out and see what happens if we go a little bit to the right. Okay, working our way into the right. Now I'm going to go left. Let's see if we start pulling up. Yep. We've got so much flex back here. Tons of resistance up front. So that's not going to do it either. A little bit farther. I think it's because there's a lip. I'm not able to get that front wheel back up over that lip. So it looks like left might be our only option here. And I'm gonna have to get the left tire up on this wall. Okay, good start. Yeah, I would say we got those front wheels in a pretty precarious position. Oh my gosh. That thing was in there. So I'm definitely gonna want to do metal horn, metal links, metal everything, because it's basically just all plastic except for the drive lines, but that is totally fine for what we're doing right now. Now, as for testing that front dig, in my backyard I don't really have a feature that could do anything, so I've made a little scenario here where we might be able to use it. I think this face right here is just too straight up and down for this thing to get up. Yep. Oh no, it's gonna prove me wrong. Okay, let's pretend it can't get up this. I'm going to unlock. There we go. Back in all wheel. Now we've created ourselves. No. Gonna go back a little more. There we go. Boom. We have now created ourselves. A way up and over. That is too much fun. Well, friends, I could sit here indefinitely finding new ways for this little thing to absolutely blow my mind. But this is an unboxing, so we're going to make this our last line by trying to get down into this pit of despair one last time. Oof. That feels like we're about to slide in and tip. But what happens if we just push into it? What happens if I feel like I'm going to tip and we just keep going? No way. There was some squish on that tire, but now we're gonna drop the back end in a pretty major way. This angle's gonna get gnarly. It's sliding, it's slipping. There's no way. There is no freaking way. We are about as angled as you can get. We're gonna drop onto the frame for just a second until that back wheel grabs. And then when it does, come on. Crazy. Okay, go right here. These fronts don't get stuck. There we go. It is out of the pit. Wow. A little bit of a problem at the end there, but it's more so the tires just getting smushed because of the absolute insane angles this thing can get into. Let's try the front dig and see if I can pull the front end around. Oh my god, I forgot I was filming. We're gonna go. Have a good day, everybody.